Sorry, I'm here. So hey, how you doing, PC? Thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. I'm running late today, severely. Um, the person you hear in the background is the reason why I was late. That's my boy Ian. We had to go pick him up from Marshalltown. I was in town to go have a doctor's appointment about my knee and my weight and stuff this week. So there's that. But thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. I do not have a topic because I didn't have a chance to think of one yet. The only other thing I could think of that even remotely would be a topic would probably be, thank you. I really appreciate it. Yeah, today is the 26th of September, 4 days after my 57th birthday.
Okay, where's the laundry basket?
In our room right there by the door. I apologize for eating in front of you, but I haven't eaten since 11:30 this morning. So I'm still trying to get things figured out. Hey Rob, how you doing? Cliff, let me get the link down for you here. Because I have not had a chance to. I literally just got home 5 minutes ago. There you guys go. Feel free, come on up. I can have up to 10 people. I was running late for a reason. Thank you. Oh, that's nice. Thank you. I do really appreciate it. I just got gifted 20 outdoor memberships.
Cool.
So that's really cool. I am still trying to figure some things out, so bear with me, folks. I am a little behind, but in the last 2 days, I've done over 300 some plus miles in driving. So I'm doing the best that I can.
I'm gonna go kill monsters.
You're gonna go kill monsters?
Yep. Which one? Yeah.
Now, I didn't have I had an idea about one, about maybe talking about some bows, about the various types that I actually have and carry for reasons. Because I have bows for every type of situation with the exception of one. That's bow fishing. I'm still looking for the bow fishing setup that I need. It's very expensive because I'm left-handed and gear is hard to buy because left-handed gear, for some unknown reason, is extremely expensive. So I've been on the lookout for a left-handed bow fishing setup for quite a while. Yeah, this is the same thing that happened last year about this time, wasn't it, Rob? If anybody wants to come up, the link is in the chat. Please do. Oh, Cliff, your buddy's here.
Say hi, Megan.
And the reason I was late is in the other room. We had to come pick up Ian.
Yes. What was
Fireboat. I've been asked if I could use one of my bows for a bow drill. Bow drills are not my favorite thing. And Christmas bows, I don't tie a bow to save my life. I can't even do a bow tie. But I do have takedown longbows, takedown recurves. I have regular longbows, regular recurves. Ian has a crossbow, which I. How you doing, sir?
Evening.
I was
I was
running.
trying to get on faster, but
That's
that
okay.
was like 4 screens deep, but I don't remember which screen I was on. So I missed Macus or Crackus, Attackus, or Smackus, or Wackus.
Yep. You had to go pick up Ian. So. Yep. Here,
It is all your fault.
Cliff.
You are to blame.
Crossbow. This is the one he picked up at the Watcher County Flea Market for $9. $8. Sorry.
It looks like it's on an old shotgun handle.
Yeah, whoever carved it did it that way for a reason, I guess. Something to hold on to when you.
No, it just looks like it was done on an old shotgun stock.
Well, the prod is good, in really good shape.
They covered it as
It needs a new bowstring, obviously, and it was actually carved right, as you can see.
Must have been machined.
But this is probably done in the 70s. This is not my bow. This is Ian's. And I mean, they even did this part here. I'm not sure if you can see it, Cliff. The little circle right here.
Mm-hmm.
They did it going all the way through to put all the hardware in properly.
Dad.
Yeah. I was going to ask you if you wanted one.
I mean, it has the bow fishing tab. I
Hey.
took it off.
Hey.
I took a bunch.
I know you did.
Back then.
Now, bow drills, he can do a bow drill. I can't.
Evening, Rob. Evening, BC. Good evening, Colin. Molly. Actually, not Molly. Jason. Oh, God, why do I keep saying everybody that's not here? Jenny.
Right.
Jesus Christ. Everyone starts with a J in here. So it's like.
It's not me.
Right over here.
I'm a C. As C is for cookie. It's good enough for me.
Technically, you're an R, but we're not going to go into that because not a lot of people know about that.
I'm crusty.
You will be if you don't get that damn knee fixed.
I'm actually, that's what I've been driving for the last 2 days for. I had to go up to Fort Dodge, an hour and a half drive just to get there from Des Moines to have them do some more x-rays and stuff on my knee. I had to go see a dietitian today. So I'm going to start taking shots to help me lose the weight. But they're saying I may not have to lose as much weight as they think because I'm stocky as hell. As you already know.
Yup. Who's buzzing?
Somebody please put their links in the chat for, because BC is like to, follow you guys. So I had to go all the way up to Marshalltown to pick up Ian.
Jason will not be attending, I believe. He is doing Weather Watch on BC's on a Canadian channel. I don't know if any of you guys caught Rob's live this morning. He was doing one while he was walking around getting wet.
No, I did not. Which Rob?
Rob on the road.
Oh, I didn't get that one this morning because I was on the road, literally myself.
I just happened to be because I was getting ready for my morning, and I was just like, Rob's alive. I was like, wait, what?
I had to be at my appointment at 7:30 this morning.
Ooh,
in
fun.
Des Moines. So,
yeah, that's waking up at 5:30 in the morning to get there.
Yeah. So I've been on the road all day, and I'm tired. That's why I couldn't get online when I did, because I mean,
I was wondering because I hadn't seen you on. I was like, oh, wonder if Colin's not feeling well again and just decided not to go.
With the exception of my knee hurting, I'm gonna take some ibuprofen, but I'm gonna eat some food first. So
Why do I have? Get the hell off of there! I don't need you. There's nothing in simplified Chinese. Why do I need to translate? I swear to God, sometimes Google just is stupid.
Yeah, I can understand that. I'll make my channel bigger so I can actually see the people here. I gotta check something real quick. I don't know if this is going to work or not because I think the batteries in my mouse are dying. There we go. I'm going to start posting some links here. Now, for those people who didn't know, Cliff here is a really good container gardener. Robin the Road is from England, so he does a little bit of everything. Right now, he's on weather watch for his country. Because
they're getting major storms over there.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of flooding. I'm from Iowa. I do archery, backpacking, thrift shopping, a little bit of everything. And for those people who I can't really do BCs, but he's been here before several times. So
yeah, I recognize him. I've seen him here a few times.
Yeah. So welcome, BC. Thank you for coming.
I don't have a side beard. I grow beard not terribly. Like an albino kid. Just does not happen.
Dang it,
I have no idea if that link actually works.
Which link?
Hey, it does. Okay, sweet.
Which link?
The link I put in. Half the time I never know if my channel links work or not.
I put your link in. I didn't put your named link in, but I put your link in from your channel.
That was a link in from my channel. That's what my channel name is. Regardless of what it says on here, that's what my original channel name was.
Well, that's cool. Well, but BC does. I mean, my boy's Melody Tex, he does a little fossil hunting. He does thrift shopping with me. He's an archer like myself. And he's a generally good kid. You can ask this guy right here. He's met him.
BC, you want to elaborate on giving bears sandwiches? What kind of bears are you giving sandwiches to?
Oh, he's a tugboat driver.
I'm trying to figure out if he's in British Canada, British Columbia, bottom of Canada. Hey, Jarrett, how's it going? Long time no see.
How you doing, brother? Thank you for coming. I'm running late today, so that's why I actually put it down in the description that I'm running late.
He wasn't running, trust me. He was driving.
It was not planned. I was literally trying to do stuff.
Hey, Doug is still alive. He hasn't been swept away in the hurricane. That's a plus.
He's on the wrong side.
The hell he isn't. It's Florida. Even if that comes up in the middle between Florida and Texas, he can still get whacked with it.
He's not. He's on the east side, not the west side.
Doesn't matter. Florida's basically a finger in the water. If it lands on the left side or the right side, all of Florida gets touched by it. Gotcha.
This is weird.
Hey, there's no law saying that water can't be in the mountains. You get a big enough lake out there, you need a big boat.
That's where he's from, Cliff.
Yeah, he's on the right side, the bad side.
Yeah, and Cliff's favorite supporter was here earlier. You saw him, didn't you?
Yeah, I saw him before. I was trying to pop the chat thingy in there and
say hi to him.
It's a big lake.
He'll be back. That's a pretty good sized lake. Yeah.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
You know, there's another lake that does that. I mean, you've been to it. Where we went last year. Red Rock.
I've been to a lot of lakes. Lake.
You were on that lake with Blake.
It was.
You're lucky you
And
didn't. You
some
didn't
of us
go over.
almost made it in the lake.
Oh, by the way, we made fun of you on Tuesday. I showed the long walk again.
Oh my god, it's so damn steep. I mean, we got boat ramps here that are steep, but I telling you, man, that one takes the cake.
And people think, oh, Iowa's just flat. No,
Most
it's
of
not.
Iowa's flat. Till you
Some
get to
people-
anywhere there's water, and then it's all freaking boat bathtub with a steeple ramp.
Exactly. 50,
Yeah, see,
48 miles.
even Doug, I told you, it doesn't matter what side of Florida you're on. That hurricane could be on the left side or the right side, and you're still gonna get devastated by it.
Do they still call it a hurricane if it's a guy? It's a name on it or what?
No, well, those are just called devastations.
Oh, winter's going to be there in 2 weeks? You know, it could be.
You won't get much, but you still might get something.
I'm waiting for CR to pop in. Let's start talking about food.
Yeah, we should be talking. Jarrett, 50 ain't that old. You're only 8 years old, 7 years older than me.
I just turned 57 last Sunday.
He did. I was there. I witnessed it.
Mm-hmm.
He was on one side, and then he turned over, and he was 57.
Mm-hmm. I was born on Bilbo Baggins' birthday.
You weren't born on a hospital bed?
No, I don't know, to be honest. Because technically, the hospital that I was supposedly born in doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, well, you know. That's how a lot of people are. I'm pretty sure the hospital Betty White was in was just demolished and turned into a parking lot.
I don't know. Because I was born in Davenport. And like I said, the hospital I was born in doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, they demolished it and turned it into a parking lot. Either that or they just rebuilt the hospital on top of it.
No, I think it became someone bought the building, but it became something else.
And BC's laughing at Jared because he's turning 50. BC's 53. You only got like 3 years up on him, bro. I was not even
Well,
that
unfortunately, the 50-year-old is not the youngest one in here.
I know at the moment I am.
I'm the old man of the group.
Actually, I'm not. I don't know if Rob's older than me or younger than me.
I have no idea how old Rob is. I've never asked.
Rob, what's your chronological denomination for existence?
How many decades have you been alive?
Oh my God, BC. Freaking Dr. Evil over here. I was born on a pirate
You're
ship.
You're 7 years ago, right?
Me, I was 4 years ago.
Yeah. Hey, that's fun. You get to actually use score as a
Well, it depends on what version of a score you're using, because there's musical scores too, and that's a whole different bag of pancakes.
right. Mm-hmm.
I mean, because I was looking at the video, it's odd here, and like to be dead honest, I think that was the first live that I've seen from Rob or that I've watched. So it was like he's got that heavy UK accent.
I like that. I haven't even been home all day, so I haven't even.
Well, I
really
know,
been
I
on.
understand that. No, it was just because normally we just see him chatting in the chat. So like, I know from where he's at, but I just don't like. For some reason, my brain doesn't process when you're typing in letters. It's just all monotone, so everybody sounds the same. Except for freaking Amanda. She's the only one that has a different accent when she types. It's just,
Right. Well, just
I know
you
she's
can understand her
Australian.
though. The only one person who was actually from Australia that we didn't have any problem understanding was Steve. And Steve was a teacher. I mean, he was one of the most educated guys we knew. Between him and Sean.
Oh, damn, that's a lot of rain.
Rob, if you want to put your link to your video that you posted in here, you can do that. Because, I mean, that way, because I can watch it. Because I didn't have a chance to sit down and do anything today.
As I was saying, yeah, it didn't. I think I might be older than Rob because he didn't have any gray from what I saw in his hair. Well, I was going to say beard, but
it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, they're getting storms over there too. Over in the UK, a lot of them, good ones. So 12 millimeters of rain for about 90 hours, like a week. Yeah, I got you, Rob. Give me a second.
No, the thing is that the pictures that he showed off on Wednesday and Tuesday about the rain that he's been getting, he showed me almost an identical picture from last year, doing the exact same thing.
You know what? Hey, Rob, it's going to be hard to do that video because it went to private after the live ended. I tried to go back to it, but yeah, I just realized it was.
Hey, Bobby, thank you for coming.
Unfortunately, it was set to private afterwards, so you're going to have to unprivate it in settings.
Yeah, because I'm not seeing.
Yeah, you're not going to get the notification for it. I mean, because he did it like I said, he did it this morning for about 30 minutes.
I got it.
You sure?
I think I do.
Oh, there we go. Checking out the floodwaters.
Yeah, right there. I got it.
Found it. That was weird. Why didn't it pop up under? It just popped up under regular videos. It should have popped up under live.
No clue.
That is really
I had
strange.
this channel up for showing up, for people can go visit this channel.
Never mind, Rob. We got it figured out.
Hey, Mandy. Oh, I got to put that link back down.
Good evening, Life with Bobby. How's it going? And there's our Amanda. I'm telling you, no joke, Amanda. You're the only one in here that I hear in a different accent when you type. I hear the Australian accent.
Okay. When Steve was alive, I didn't hear an Australian accent when I talked to him.
Oh, he had the Australian accent.
I know he did, but
prevalent. But it wasn't. He wasn't as thick.
He was a really good teacher, and
I
always learned something when I talked to him, which was really cool. He will definitely be missed.
Indeed. I think this was about where I started watching the first time.
I'm thinking I've got it running in the background. I haven't even watched it yet. So I'm sitting there talking to make sure. That's a lot of water, though.
Oh yeah, that stuff
more water where I'm at, but
that stuff was pretty much close to breaching.
They have that happen a lot more here than probably like there, I guess.
Oh no, the UK gets a lot of levee breaks. They have a lot of deep channels, but channels can only hold so much water, and once it gets oversaturated, the sidewalk give out.
You know what I would be doing right now? I would have had a fishing pole.
Yeah, Rob says flooding's between 4 and 10 feet. That's a lot more water than they're used to.
Oh, I bet.
Yep, I think I started watching that after about 5 to 10 minutes or so.
Oh, that's the first time I've heard his voice.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying, dude. I was just like, I was not. Hey, there's Molly. Hey, Molly, how's it going? It threw me off. But I got used, after a while, I was just like, oh, got the BK accent. Or UK accent, sorry. BK, British Knights. Freaking terrible shoes. Is that supposed to be a park? Oh, that thing just got decimated. Might as well rewatch it since I missed most of it. I was just shocked. I was like, Rob's live? I was like, what the heck?
Yeah, by the way, folks, that is Rob on the Road you're hearing.
If you're watching it, that is. I popped on my first comment and was, that's not even that wet.
Yeah,
So I was giving him flack for it.
he's our brother, no matter what happens.
Come on, it's not even wet, bro. I thought I thumbs up that video when I first got into there. Run, Rob, run.
Mhm. I'd definitely pull out a fishing pole to see if I catch anything.
Yeah, you ain't catching nothing in that water.
How do you know?
Just wait till you see how fast that water's moving.
No, I'm looking at the parking lot where where that field's at, where it's flooded. Well, I'll show you.
I'm looking at it. I'm right here watching it.
Well, I mean, I don't know where you're at in compared to where I'm at.
3 minutes 46 into it.
This is where I'm at.
I know you're at your house.
Ha, 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 ha.
Good.
No,
In river.
I'm thinking where he's at, right there, where the water coming up. I would be.
And I was just speaking to a lovely couple who were walking their
Put your
dog.
cursor on the screen so I can see where your time
They're
is.
living in their van because their caravan is now a boat. It's been pretty bad, and that's just going.
Oh, you're behind me
Yeah. Ooh,
by like a good 30 seconds.
did it do that to you too?
Nope. I don't have my sound on.
Oh,
We have a series of washlands.
wait a second.
Unfortunately, it would appear the
Remember, you
gate system was opened
can't
incorrectly this
get a
time.
copyright strike for this. That's why I don't put sound on for stuff.
Well, we have the owner right here. No, that right where that he's at with those fields. There's guaranteed fish in there. I know
No,
they have a lot of
that's not a field. That's literally the river. It goes
I
right
understand.
through it.
I know it's over the banks, but fish can still get in there.
Yeah, them fish are getting swept downstream. They ain't gonna have.
Okay, so it's actually his signal when he was recording.
He must have hit a slightly dead zone.
That's what he says. Patchy as hell is what he said.
Yeah, look at how high that water is. Look at how quick that's moving too.
Yeah,
you'll
they've
get
had a lot of that happen
You'll
now.
get there in like 15 seconds.
I grew up on the river, Cliff, so
Got your group on land next to a river.
well,
Wah.
well. I used to go fishing in actual cornfields because the water was so high. You could see the fish swimming down the corn rows. And they're harvesting the corn now. So
Yeah, those fish were eating the corn.
I would still say you could probably catch something there. I don't know what though.
Whew, man, those riverbanks are flooded right there.
Has anybody ever tried fishing there when this is going on?
Probably not. Right now, he's about one of the small boat marinas.
If the water gets up any higher, that bin is going to be a boat.
Yeah, you just got to the yellow trash can.
Yeah, that big. Yeah, still, but it start floating. It's displaced enough water to float.
It could also not float. Wait till he goes over it or by it. You'll see. I'm sorry, that pallet pretty much. I guarantee that pallet wasn't there before.
Oh, I'm sure. That's not a pallet. That's a raft.
Hey, Michigan Outpost, how's it going? No, that was something. Oh, there's a dock ramp.
Yeah,
that's the dock ramp.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not even at the pallets.
It's a raft, not a boat. Not a pallet. Anybody, if water was that high in Iowa, we would be fishing off the bank by now. Because that's when the fish are going to be coming up in the shallows to stay out of the high water. Hey, Ajax. How you doing, brother?
Ooh, pine weasels. Nice.
Yeah, thank you. This is actually Rob on the roads in England, his area where he's at. With the floodings going on where he's at. A lot of people lost a lot of their stuff because of that stuff.
A lot of power too.
Yeah.
Same with the Florida area. That's something like 200,000 people lost power.
Thing is, it doesn't necessarily have to rain where he's at to get the water like that. It's upstream was where that's all hitting him.
Dude, man, he made a good journey because that was the bridge he was on at the beginning of the video.
I think so. I've seen people hike those kind of trails before.
Oh yeah, well, they got to clean the weeds off first, or the flowers.
Those are cattails. Yeah, that's some serious.
Yeah, look at how fast that water's moving, dude. Them fish ain't going nowhere but down there.
Well, the thing is, they're going. Where the top of the edge of that is. That's just. I mean, it's probably like 2 or 3 inches at the top where that little bump is. But
Yeah,
that means there's still could be still fish at the bottom of that.
You have to have a heavy sinker to drop down there to get fish.
Yeah, but what kind of fish would you get though? I don't know what kind of fish you would normally catch in England. I mean,
Pike, bass, catfish. They got the pretty much a lot of.
I think they have trout. I know they're not. It's not like Ireland, which have salmon, but I'm not sure if where he's at got those things. I'm sure he will give me those details later. And the thing is, you can't even go bow fishing there, unfortunately.
Yeah, see, pike, river trout, carp, rough.
No, but you can't bow fish there because it's against the law. Ooh, I'd hate to be getting against that gate. Maybe those are is there geese or swan? I can't tell.
Swans and geese.
And a couple ducks.
Get to a spot where he's
pike, river trout, carp, and okay? You got to explain what a rough is. I'm not familiar with that one.
It's a dirty fish, I think.
I have no idea. I've never heard of it. But the more I learn, the better off I am. So, but
Oh, he forgot the E. That's why. It's like a little. It has like the spinal tap, like the back fin of like a catfish. But looks
you
like.
See where the water went over the roadway there.
Yeah, just up.
Well, I'm just glad he's safe. He didn't get, do things that are not very smart. But it looks like it's going down, though. Because if the water was over that roadway there, and it's not right now.
No, I think that the water you see there was from the geese and the ducks crossing back and forth. Because they do drag a lot of water when they get out of the water.
Yeah.
It's not exactly like they're instantly dry the minute they come out.
I'd love to see you do a fishing video there, Rob. But I do know swans can break bones with their limbs. They are very vicious.
Yeah, they're a-holes. Chances of being killed by one is not 0.
Oh, okay. I did not know that. Well, I kind of figured something like that might happen. Now, is this a regular river or is this just a canal? I don't know. I mean, I know there's differences. I'm not sure what they are. Because I've seen videos about people, who fix up boats off of canals and stuff. So.
Yeah, the difference between a canal and a river is a canal has walls, rivers don't.
Well, I mean, where he's at, he's like he's out of three different directions by water, and I'm not sure which is which.
It's a river and a navigation.
Okay, navigation means what?
I believe inland lake or
okay.
something like that. Because like I said, that was a marina that he was just at. So they have to have their boats in and out of there.
Right.
That
We did see
probably
a
have
boat ramp.
access to.
We did see that boat ramp where that pallet was at.
That wasn't a boat ramp. That was a foot.
Was a footpath underwater?
That was a footpath that actually goes down there to the shoreline.
Oh wow! It looked like a boat ramp.
Nah, it wasn't wide enough.
Well, I've seen when we were at the lake last year, where I was down there on that corner. You know what that was? That was a kayak launch.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can launch a kayak from there. It's not like they're that wide.
Mm.
Oh no, he's chasing those people again. Rob stalking. Dun it.
Dun,
Dun
dun, 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 dun. Are we doing a riff tracks version of Rob's video?
Maybe. Might have to, possibly, maybe. So stay away spawns.
The birds don't have an issue with the water at all.
Oh no, they're just like, oh, look at the water washing up all kinds of weird stuff we can eat.
Probably stirring up a lot of good food for them.
Yeah. There was a party over there. Party over there. Where'd the rest of the picnic bench go?
It's bad there, getting worse. Rain set in hard after I left. I'm sure they postponed opening the upstream gates. I'm sure they did. That's the bin right there. Coming up, that yellow one. The thing is, it was not very full. And that
you don't know what's at the bottom of it, though. That's the thing.
Pretty much nothing. But those are bottom heavy anyway. Because that's why they need trucks to be able to move them.
Yeah, they're usually on steel skids.
Which means it'd still be able to float if it places enough water. That would be really weird seeing someone go floating down the canal or river, whatever it is, in one of those, because they got no other choice.
Yeah, I don't think it'd be another choice. It'd just be like, well, that was the convenience of it.
It's better than getting washed away.
Sometimes, I don't know. Sometimes I'd rather it'd be more fun to get washed away.
The thing is, it looks like a boat because of the end of it's the way it's angled.
Yeah, it's tapered because it's a dump box.
So it would work just like is that a power box?
Yep, that's
that would suck.
And that's probably, I don't know, maybe less than a foot and a half from getting submerged.
Yeah, I bet it's probably soaked under the ground. Yeah,
that
would
fall off.
I can see the sandbags.
Yeah, they didn't do a very good job of sandbagging that door.
I have worked a levee where we had to sandbag a levee, and when I was in the service, that thing would so much float. All you do is put a motor on it, and you're good to go. He's chasing those people again. Yellow ship won't float.
No, the yellow skip. I guess they call those trash bin skips for reasons. What's up, dog? God, look at all that water. Damn.
I'd still try to fish there, see what people would do. Think about it, because who knows? You might catch something.
That's probably supposed to be like a small stream or whatnot over there.
Like a runoff area. There's a lot more. He's more than him down there, as you can see.
Rob, I bet you those things would float when they're brand new. I bet you dollars to donuts. The reason why you see most of them underwater is because they got all the holes in them from people throwing all kinds of heavy stuff in there.
Well, they do have drainage plugs because people throw a lot of liquid stuff in there. If the drainage plug is not sealed properly, then it'll probably just sink.
So that was a wash pond.
Same thing. Drainage pond. We see those here all the time.
I think this is about where I started watching.
Good video, though. I mean, the video quality is really good. Sound quality, not so much, but video quality is really good. For those people who just come in and want to know, this is Rob on the Road's local area where the flooding's happening as of 9 hours ago. I would put the sound on, but I'm a little worried about, getting dinged.
So there's being Dan, and he's all, and that's a RV place over there, and then he's gonna go check out the RVs.
Right.
No, that's literally what he said. He saw that red building over there. That's a RV place. They sell RVs, and then we got into this like 5 minute long conversation about how pricey RVs are.
Yeah. Look at the trucks. So much
Okay,
different than the
Nissan.
ones we have here. Is that a gas station?
Fuel station for. So there's the RVs he was talking about. One over there that he's pointing in the middle. He says those things start at like 40K,
So do you want to go on holiday?
and then he saw ones way at the end are like
Who's
100K.
the one with the raised roof? You sell that one?
Oh, those have little pop-ups. You can
Yeah.
get a lot of those in the like camper van styles.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It's those are actually not uncommon in the UK. They have a lot of those. It's basically like a sleeper top.
It's more of a store than a gas station. Okay.
Yeah, they have covered. It's either covered bicycle parking or
It's
covered
a bicycle.
motorcycle parking.
Is it for bicycles?
Might be bicycles or scooters. Motor.
Oh wait. I thought that looked familiar. It's a Subway.
Yeah, it's not like they got McDonald's up there too.
No, which is really funny. I got a free sub and drink from Subway on my birthday,
Yeah.
which it was like I got a free foot long sandwich. I'm really happy about that. My voice is coming and going, folks. So I'm sorry.
He may or may not last much longer.
Oh no, I'm good because I've got tired of being stuck in my truck all day. Jenny's car is in the shop.
And here comes the other side of the marina.
There's those swans.
The angry swans, as he says. Or evil swans.
Evil.
Yeah, he's called them evil swans. He's like, don't attack me.
Yeah, you could probably fish there. As long as they don't have a sign that says no fishing. But I would think with the way they have those trash bins there, you should be able to do that. Oh, that's one of those
Longboats.
Yeah.
Or river boats. Or channel boats.
I'm not sure what they're called. I know-
Longboats or channel boats is usually the more common name that they
Tugs.
call them.
Tugs was another one I heard.
Tugs are the short ones.
Well, I've heard about people who buy those and renovate them for housing.
Yeah. No, most of those people are
Canal boats. Okay, canal boats.
Long boats, canal boats, river boats. No, that's what a lot of people do. They'll buy those things and then they live on there 24/7.
Yeah, I've seen them heard they had solar
Petrol's
panels
a pain
on
in the
there.
butt.
Yeah.
So I think as long as, if I'm not mistaken, as long as you have the permit for those, you can pretty much dock or anchor anywhere except for private or restricted areas.
Yeah, you have to have permits.
Yeah.
That's one of the bigger ones right there.
Yeah, that blue one.
Yeah,
Oh, that's the one they were talking about. Looked like a pop-up tent in the front.
it
Yeah,
does.
that's just a cabin extension.
There's another one in the back of it too.
Yeah, that's
And the one next to him
control
is even
housing.
bigger. That one next to him looks like a regular full-on. A wide beam? Okay. Now, would you live on one of those, Rob? We call them houseboats here.
Yeah, I ain't a houseboat. Houseboats are short and wide.
No. I mean, when I was up at the Marquette, they had a lot of boats that were literally homes. People lived on them 24/7.
Yeah, home boat. Surprised that dude's bikes ain't falling off in the water yet.
He's got them probably strapped down or chained.
Yeah, before he got there, he was mentioning the reason why they're all docked is because these guys don't have really big motors on there, and the flow of the water, which you can see at the bottom of the screen, is hauling butt. So that's why they're all anchored. So that even on full power with those
Hey, Blake.
motors, you can't go anywhere. Hey, what's going on, Blake?
Oh, Rob said he'd love to have one. But the thing
Yeah,
is, if you move to Illinois, you won't be able to do that.
Man, he used to work on those. He said in
That's
the
what I
video.
see. Do that. I'm sorry I don't have the volume on this, folks. I can know what I could do. I'm not sure if it'll work, but I'll give it a shot.
With subtitles.
He doesn't have them up. He didn't put the subtitle set up.
It's because technically it's in English.
No, you can still do subtitles for people with a hard of hearing, but his is not set up for subtitles. He can put them in there, but he's got to go back and.
Yeah, that's why Blake is right in the path of that thing.
Batten down the hatches there, Blake. There he is.
There's Rob.
I'll put the volume on this before you can see his face.
Get out of here. And hopefully we won't be back down here tonight. Fingers crossed. It's not looking good, guys. But that's it. I'll leave you with this lovely. Got my no. I'm out here in my bike jacket because it was nice, lovely early, nice and breezy.
He was answering my question. I asked him
If I have
he
to
was
come back
with
out,
his
I will
wife.
be suited and booted. Rain slicker, buoyancy vest, the works.
Now at least
There
I
we
got
go.
a voice.
I'll
to
leave
put
you
the
with that.
20 type.
I will see you all, hopefully from a dry location very soon. Bye for now.
Now when Rob types, I have a voice to fit to the
And
typing.
now you're gonna hear it with the accent.
Yeah.
Oh shit! What did I do?
I don't have a problem with it. I mean, I think it's cool. And he was doing really good information about the area that he's in. And
Sense of the world.
when I say he's my British brother, just like this one here, my New Mexican brother, Albuquerquean. I don't think it's Albuquerquean, but whatever. Your family, Rob, that's all that matters. Oh, if the eye's over you, you're already halfway there.
I have to. I gotta try to make light of bad situations.
That was a good one.
That's why when I got to one point on Rob's thing, I was like, bro, it ain't that wet.
What if you throw some spray paint up there? Is going to black out the eye?
Some baby powder.
Baby powder.
Oh, some hot pepper dust.
Ooh. Now here's the question: the eye is technically a big wind or going in a circular direction, right?
Yeah.
Could you throw something up there like a balloon and watch it do this?
Oh, that balloon will disappear quick.
It's not there here yet. Okay. Well, just be safe. Okay. Keep us informed. We're kind of in the middle of autumn here, so I don't know.
I'm in the the heck? The platform to that stupid movie. Took me a second.
I did see a baby bunny on the way home. He was that big. Jenny saw 2 deer, and I almost took out a dog because it was stupid.
That shadow right there when I was leaning over, I thought my hair was sticking out.
It looks like your hair, doesn't it? It's a cowlick.
Ain't no cow licking me. I'm licking the cow.
I'll stop blinding you guys.
Tasty beef.
This is better. I'm not blinding you with my forehead.
Blinded by his white. Warner brother.
I got to buff the bowling ball.
Gotta get out there with the angle grinder buffer and just be all.
Okay, Cliff.
With the wax, yeah, there you go. Buff it with the shamog.
And this is actually just a bandana, but
Once it's bigger than a bandana, it technically becomes a shamog.
well, this is technically a triangular bandage for making slings.
So then that's a shamog.
But I did use it as a bandana today, though, because I mean it was too hot to wear my hat, but not. I didn't want to.
93 to get 93 today. The end of September, it was 93 degrees.
Ours was not as it's 68 right now, but I mean On the way home, it was actually 64 when we're not in town, and this morning it was 54.
Yeah, I woke up this morning and it was fairly cold, but warmed up pretty quick.
Well, you get more, yours is warmer because you guys got a lot more sun than we do. We were pretty cloudy all day.
Yeah, see, I didn't have no clouds, none whatsoever. So I did not do a lot of work outside today because I did not feel like sweating my brains out.
Now, I had an idea about talking about archery and bows today, but I don't know if anybody's really into that with all the weather stuff that's going on. So in a grid down situation due to weather, if you don't have a firearm, what do you carry?
Stabbies.
Yeah, I mean, you carry short stabbies or long stabbies?
Depends on the situation that arises. If I have to carry a long stabby, I carry a long stabby.
I know you have a long stabby.
Well,
I have
right
several long
there.
stabbies.
If I have to, I'll walk around with that, and it becomes both a stabby and a slicey.
I mean, I have quite a few long stabbies I got 2 long stabbies. Jenny's got a short stabby, a medium-sized stabby.
I have an extra long stabby.
I have something I can reach out and touch somebody stabby, but a few of those.
I've got something I can touch somebody from 5 feet away.
Well, I can touch somebody about 40 yards away.
Yeah, but you run out of ammo fast on that one.
But there's only one problem. There's one thing good about it, though. I can go reach out and grab it and use it again, which is the good points about that.
Yeah, mine doesn't run out of ammo. The only problem is stamina and muscles because that's sucker heavy.
I don't have a problem with mine.
I can only, smack somebody with mine so many times. And the problem is if I do that, it'll avoid the warranty on it because the thing's on a lifetime warranty.
You know what I've been meaning to get that I thought was really cool?
Left-handed bow?
I have a lot more. I'd always need left-handed bows. No, this is, I saw it on TikTok, this one lady who does wood chopping videos. It's a wood chopping sword. She nicknamed it Okie Dokie. But it's a long sword, but she could chop wood with it. Split wood with it.
Make them thick enough or give them a decent enough spine. Yeah, you can do it without bending or flexing the sword blade.
It was a double-bladed sword, straight blade, and I just thought it would be something just to have on hand. It's a great sword, basically. But
well, I mean, if you think about it, it's not exactly like knights were walking around with hand axes and cutting tools. They were out in the bush when they were on journeys. They had to cut wood somehow, and I guarantee you they used the damn sword to cut down trees. Because again, it's not like they were sitting there. They had a pack horse with. Well, they may or may not have, but yeah, they were probably cutting down trees with short swords.
Okay, I'm probably going to get dinged for this one, but I got a TikTok I want to show you of this particular sword.
Okie dokie.
That's pretty much it. That's all I'm going to do. Saw what she did with that, which is spice. It's a long sword or a great sword, what do you want to call it?
I would have to say a long sword. It's not a claymore.
Not a great sword.
It's not a great, because a great sword is in between a long sword and a claymore.
No, that's a broadsword. Great sword is like claymore size. And if someone has a better definition, let us know. I have Strider's sword from Lord of the Rings. I have my long sword, my French long sword, which I love. It's one of my favorite ones. I used to have a really nice Viking short sword, but someone stole it. Jenny's got a Celtic short sword. And Ian, somewhere up at his mom's, has a katana. So, personally, I can't tell you how many Moras I have because I have a lot of them.
So, Judd, going off for the pictures that I'm seeing here, just a few that I've popped up. Great swords have the option of being able to be grabbed above the hilt
Mm-hmm.
or the cross. So you can add a little more oomph to it. But you're not going to get that. Most claymores usually have, it's like a 2.5 hand handle, and that's all you got, and you basically have all the weight. Great swords are long, but they're thin. Versus a claymore, which is long and freaking heavy.
It's called a Viking wood splitter. For those people who are interested.
She just basically swung down. That's a short sword right there.
No. That's longer than you think it is. I'm not sure if they have the length on here somewhere. Does it say down there? Yeah, I'm not sure what this.
It looks like you really have to buy it in order to get any information.
Let's see. I'm checking out the sword gallery here. Oh, there it is. That's a short sword one right here.
That looks like a dagger, but then again, God knows how long that tree is.
Oh, there it is. The full length of that sword is 45 inches.
Yeah, so it's not a. That would be considered for most a short sword.
Yeah. As iron sharpens iron. Now, here's a question: how much are those things? Just curious.
A lot.
Between $325 to $550. That's a 60-degree tip.
Yeah, that's a point. That's a blunt tip.
Rounded sword pointed tip is between 300 and 525. Yeah. The mini one is 200. Oh yeah. I would probably choose one like this, I guess, or something like this. Maybe though that would
probably go with the one that says the pointed tip, because that's technically not pointed. That's a squared off. It's basically
the first one or the second one?
Second one.
This one here. Okay.
The sword pointed tip, because you can poke stuff with that and not break the tip off.
For whoever wields this sword shall possess the powers of Steve.
All right.
I'm sorry, that's funny.
Good Lord, $100 just for shipping.
That's for shipping to the U.S. Yeah,
$200 for Europe and Australia.
Australia.
So you're looking at just to buy that $700.
See, excuse me. Freaking ship got caught. Okay.
Yeah, I've got a couple of decent. Well, a lot of the stuff that I have though is stage play stuff.
Let's see. I'm not going to engrave anything. About $300.
Just an additional. Jesus.
Just for the.
You're looking at almost
the shipping, so about $400. $400 with the sheath and stuff. Additional information. It weighs 5.44 kilograms.
It's like 8 pounds.
Mm-hmm. Okay, it's 119.38 centimeters long. So that would actually turn out to be
just under 4 feet. Because it's I think it's 2.5 centimeters per inch. Or is it 3.5?
It's about 47 inches, 48 inches.
So just under 4 feet.
Yep.
Actually, no, I think that'd be over. 6 inches is 3 feet.
It says 119 inches.
centimeters.
119.38. According to my thing.
And then that's
47 even, actually.
roughly.
Yeah, just under 4 feet. But that's, I mean, you got to admit, that's kind of cool.
It's still 4 feet. I got a sword back here in the corner. It's about that long. I got a katana somewhere. It's actually sharp. It's about that long too.
I've got Strider sword with accompanying dagger to go with it. I won it in a contest, and I've got I guess they call it a French longsword, which is one of my favorite swords, surprisingly enough. It's wire wrapped hilt. But the thing is, I mean, this thing's been through hell and back, and it still works really, really well.
Dead honest, Molly, to answer your question, time. That's how you're going to get the horizontal cut. You just chip away at it till you get it to the point where you can either push it over, pull it over, or the darn thing falls over on its own.
Yeah. Oh, so we got a Spartan in the building there, Cliff. So
Yeah, I got a Spartan sword.
Blake is a Roman.
I have a Roman short sword somewhere, but again, it's a stage play stuff.
Well, the thing is, some stage steel is still good steel, dude.
Oh, it takes a beating.
It's meant to take a beating. I mean,
Oh.
I've seen some really good swords snap, and I've seen some bad swords snap.
They're designed to take a beating, but they're also a softer steel, so you don't have, like, if you have any major damage to it, you can kind of fix it.
I mean,
Versus
Cold
hardened
Latina makes
steel.
have some swords that are decent, but not all. Battle ready swords, which is basically stage steel swords. They're sturdy, but they're not meant to do a lot of beating on each other.
Yeah,
With.
you can deal a lot of damage to a car door, which I have seen them do, literally demonstrating. Like you can hit a car door with it, and it'll slice a good 3-4 inch line into a car door. Scratch the heck out of the steel, but again, it's like I said, it's a softer steel, so it doesn't. So when you're putting that much force on it, it doesn't snap the blade off. It gives it a little flex.
Right. Battling blades do a lot of battle ready swords for like stage steel combat, live steel combat type of stuff. Dark Sword Armory does the same thing. One of my first swords was a Cast Iberia short sword. And they come in so many styles, so many deals, but I like short swords because I got really short linked arms and stuff. Freaking cough. I wish it'd go away.
Yeah, what you had, that's you're going to be dealing with that for probably the next 2 or 3 months.
Yeah. Thing is, it's not my I'm not coughing up anything of color. It's all white. But it's still
It's just
sticking right
back
here.
Phlegm.
Still have not got a decent night's sleep in over 2 weeks. Oh, now that's hey Mike, long time no see, brother.
Is that Big Mike or Hike with Mike?
Hike.
What's going on, Hike with Mike? How's it going? Yep, everybody's riding out the hurricane.
We have a lot of people dealing with major storms. Like, we had Rob on the road doing with his. It's funny, cool being able to put a voice with the, with the picture. Blake's dealing with some storms coming in.
I'm not.
Doug is worrying about some. Dev is doing the same. Des is doing the same thing. She's on the other side.
Yeah, they're doing Stormwatch right now on her channel.
And so is Jason. That's why he's not here right now. No matter what Jason says, he's our weatherman. He's always been worried about the weather. Well, what a weather wizard. Can we call him that?
I have not found the battle axes that I have. That is interesting.
No, I have one of the first Strider swords from the Lord of the Rings.
I have
Now, where are you looking at? Cliff?
steel battle axes.
Where are you looking? No, what site?
Oh, I just randomly Googling stuff. See if I can't possibly find an image of what I have. I've had these battle axes for 20 plus years. I
The sword I
guarantee they
have
don't
is
make them anymore.
uh, made for the movie replica of the movie just after the movie came out, and it has the built-in sheath and dagger to go with it. And I won it in a contest, so
Yeah, one of the axes I have, it's a steel battle axe. It's literally combat ready, but sharp as Hades on the edge of that thing. It literally has like almost the same, I'd say like 98% match with the axe that Gimli had in Lord of the Rings.
well, this is what I have exactly. This one right here. I don't know if I get the picture to go any bigger, but with a companion dagger. That's what the dagger looks like. But I have exactly this setup. The only thing I did different is I took the straps and rotated them 180 degrees. Why? Because I'm left-handed. So if I can wear it on my right side instead of my left.
Heft landed.
But there's only one problem with it. It's so freaking long, I can't draw it. So I would probably have to use it off a horse. It's the only way I would be able to draw the damn thing.
Bugs do not land on my computer screen. Thank you very
I'm
much.
trying to see if I got any cough medicine over here somewhere.
Some water. It's funny, they got tons of these freaking cold steel tomahawks or sawed tomahawks in here, but still can't.
Are you okay though, Mike? You didn't say.
Stupid bug.
Mike, please clarify. Are you okay?
He said he's writing it out. Obviously he's not dead because he's typing.
Well, I mean, you could still probably have internet on your phone, but you could lose your house or something got damaged. You know, look at what Rob did. Look at all the devastation where he's at. So far, so good. Good to know.
I think where Rob is at is just wet.
He's gone through a lot of. I've got a lot of pictures of the damages that's gone on in his area.
Wow, I ran out of pages. Ain't that something?
No, but you saw the sword that I have. I have that exact same setup, the whole thing. But it can't. I got it just after the first movie came out. The first, Lord of the Rings came out.
Yeah, I think I have one somewhere. I might have a replicated one, or my sister has one. I can't remember which of us has one. I think she ended up with Morrowind.
Now, well, I will let you guys
good.
know that there's a difference between battle ready and stage steel.
I have stage steel, but I also have legit combat battle ready.
Well, battle ready will take a blade, an edge, and you can do whatever you want with it without worrying about it snapping like that. But stage steel is meant to be hit over and over and over against other blades, but it does not hold an edge very well.
No, they round up. They don't even have an edge. Most of those.
Most of them are square.
Stage play, so you don't want to slice open your counterpart on the front end.
Right, exactly.
Ooh. Bud K has a. Ooh, I like that.
Bud K's got a decent amount.
I got a 1942. I'm looking at it. Basically, a K-bar replica and a Tonto style sword.
I'm not a fan of
K-bar
Tonto.
style handle.
Not a fan.
I can do some damage with a Tonto sword, and I can do some damage with a regular sword. Just depends.
I'm trying to find one that I would like to carry. I haven't found one yet.
What, sword?
Well, I actually know of a sword that I would love to own, a friend of mine who was a blacksmith who was also a very good sword bladesmith. And he had this one, but he wanted $1,300 for it.
Folded steel.
His was Damascus steel.
Yeah, that's why. In all honesty, in my opinion, this is just my opinion. I feel Damascus is overrated for practical use, and it's more there for design and display.
Well, he made his for flexibility and strength. He's won awards for his blades.
Yeah,
Not for just being pretty. If that makes any sense.
Ooh, here we go. Tonto knife and leather, $50. Nice.
And if you find a 440 stainless steel blade, stay away. 420
Got a whole
stainless.
bunch of those.
Because those things, while cheap, are exactly what you get what you pay for. Let me try checking the swords that I've got. See if that changes anything.
I have that knife set somewhere. Oh, that's funny. Why in God's name would they put jimping on the back of a... Oh, why? That would create such a hot spot.
Oh, this one here is not too bad.
Ew, gross. Bad, terrible design.
Here, Cliff, check this one out. This
Okay,
is called Devil's Edge from Cult of Athena.
19 pages in.
What do you think?
Yeah, that's a decent, I would say, short sword or dagger.
It's a short sword. I'm not really a big fan that it doesn't have a quillion because I love having a cross guard to protect the hand.
If your hand manages to slip up over that little
No.
cross that you got on there,
No, not that. The fact is it's for blocking other swords from coming after you.
yeah, well, the reason why you have a short sword is you use your longer one to block and use your shorter one for a quicker swing.
Okay, specifications. It's 20 overall length is 25 and 1/16 long.
It's 2 pounds. Let's say Pakistan.
Yeah. Because like I said, they're not what you call high end. These are from Cult of Athena. Now, if you get something from somewhere else,
No, Blake's
possibly
getting
better, but
we're starting to get more rowdy on Blake's end.
well, you better be careful, brother. I don't want to see you get blown away. There's your katanas there. Wakizashi. Yeah, a couple wakizashis.
Yeah, it's Katana, Wakizashi, or is it Wakizashi, Katana, Tonto, and then Dagger? I think are the 4 stages of most of those.
I'm not familiar with a lot of these style blades, to be honest. But I like the Viking style, but I like the length of the Celtic style. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Because I liked having a cross hilt just in case, and also you can hit people with it if you need to.
Oh, they won't stay in there. Darn. Boredom. I guess we're up there. You're not going anywhere.
I mean, if you like a basket hilt, you're more than welcome to that. But most basket,
Yeah, those are more for fencing.
well, basket. Oh no, it depends. I mean, some are used in as boarding swords and stuff like that, but they're all right-handed. Every freaking one of them.
Like personally, basket swords. I mean, that Cold Steel Gladius, the machete one, which they call a machete, which is funny. That's a short sword, but anyways, that ain't a machete. I guarantee the blade's too thick on that one, so that's not considered a machete. Oh, that's a plastic replica anyway.
Is it?
No wonder it was only $30.
Yeah.
No, but what you do is you take that, you make a sand mold, and then you pour some molten.
No, this one says it's 1055 carbon.
It must be painted then.
It's unsharpened, blunt tip, high carbon steel from South Africa. It's 26 and a half inches long. And you want $30 for it.
Yeah.
It still looks like plastic to me.
Yeah, I think it's the powder coating on it, but yeah, that looks like plastic. But yeah, I mean, even if you got a plastic one, what you can do is if you had a forge, melt your own steel
Right.
or metal. You could either, I would say lead, just because lead's a lot more giving.
Right.
Imagine how much that thing would weigh, even if you just used lead. It'd probably weigh 2 to 3 times what the size of the sword looks like.
Oh yeah.
Lead's heavy. It's dense.
Can you imagine if you put in a steel core, if it was plastic?
Ooh.
These are all the battle ready swords from this site. So I wouldn't consider some of these at all because I'm not my style.
Kukri, yes, you can do a lot of damage with a kukri. And you can pretty much throw a kukri the same way you can throw a tomahawk. You just have to have your spin right. But yeah, you can do some damage with those things.
Like I said, I'm not seeing much that I would actually go out of my way for. I couldn't use this one right here at all because the basket hilt is right-handed. Same for the first one over here too. As a lefty, I couldn't touch it.
Surprisingly, I'm fairly proficient with pole arms and short arms.
Now, okay, this one here. I get this a picture to pop up.
Looks like a standard style short sword.
Which I have no problem. I like the style.
I don't like the handle.
I do, actually. I don't like the material it's made out of, but I like this design.
The minute you produce any sort of sweat, that thing's going right out your hand.
Yeah, I would wrap that in leather really quick. But I like the design. It's a leaf-shaped blade. I like the cross hilt. And I'm not sure how much it weighs. We're going to find out.
Not listed right there.
Whoa.
Oh, man, that is 352 layers of Damascus steel.
Oh, yeah.
You're probably looking at $1,000.
Let's see. $200.
Yeah, that's machine folded, so it's probably no good.
Well, it'll if you're battling against another person, you're probably doing okay. But it weighs. Oh, how much does it weigh? It doesn't say. It's 26 inches long.
Yeah, that's okay. Look at the fold layers on there. So the way they have the fold specs, too far. Right there. Yeah. First fold is 22 layers, so that means they started off with an 11-layer block.
Right.
Sandwiched it in a heat press, pulled it out and folded it. And then did it again the same way. They heated it up, stuck it in a machine, heat pressed it again, and then they did that 4 more times.
So 5 times folded.
It's 352 layers, but I'm telling you, they started off with an original 11 fold or 11 layer sandwiched, heated it up, probably superheated it, and then hit it with a hydraulic press.
Oh yeah, guaranteed they did. But still, it's still Damascus. It doesn't say what type of steel though.
1095, high carbon steel.
So Rockwell hardness scale 56 is not bad. But actually, $200 is not bad though. I mean, like I said, I like the design. I'm not really a big fan of the hilt.
That to me screams showpiece. Like you just mount it onto like your mantle on your wall.
Yeah, I I like the fact that it's hardened steel. But just the fact is, I would have put some wood with maybe a leather wrapped hilt, or even a cord wrapped hilt.
Well, the problem with that is the handle on there. You got a fat section, and it just tapers off like
Right.
wicked skinny.
The blade, I don't mind the blade itself. The cross hilt's a little wonky, but like a half moon style. But there's, other swords they have here that you can check out, like this Gladius here. The cutlass, I'm not a big fan of the cutlass.
There's that longsword. That longsword actually wasn't.
Oh, okay, here we go.
Yeah, that one looks like a little better. Yeah, that's Damascus again, but that one's got a fatter hilt.
It's wood, actual wood.
Yeah, but it's got a fatter hilt. Your hand ain't gonna slip off of that right away.
Yeah,
It's narrow at the neck, but then tapers off. And it gets fatter at the pommel end.
Yeah. Okay, let's find out the description here. Same 352, so that it's machine made, like you said.
Yeah, most of those all are, because it's going to take you way too long to hand fold all of that.
I like the length at 24 inches.
2 foot.
It's just, for what, as an archer, I would have used one of those. Same hardness, scale, and everything. And it's still $200. I wouldn't mind having it, but I'm not a big fan of the sheath that they have on there with like a dangle sheath. I would not use a dangle sheath on that. I would want something that would basically stay on my side when I'm carrying it. Anything that swings, don't want.
You could probably add a leg holster to that, just glue to the backside.
Or just take the swing dangle sheath and just turn it upside down, or fold it over.
Yeah.
And then either stitch it or rivet it to it.
Yeah, might be hard to get a rivet in there, because you'd have to cut the threads off the sheath and then rethread it.
Actually,
those are either sewn in, or they're riveted into the back panel before they finish it.
Right. But you can get your engraved if you want to, which I don't think it needs. But, the battle ready ones you saw earlier, and this one, I think this one would probably beat this other one to death. Now, but it doesn't tell me what one information that I do not know. What kind of tang does it have? It doesn't say anything about tang. If it's a rat tail tang, I don't want it.
Well, usually with rat tails, they usually go all the way to the end, and then it's like a threaded. The pommel's kind of like
it's just a bolt, basically.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I can't tell because I can't see the end of it. See? Oh yeah, you see it right there.
Yeah, rat tail.
It's a rat tail. I wouldn't fight with that thing to save my life, because it will, sure as anything, snap right here, up here.
No, your likelihood of it snapping would be down where the handle's at.
Yeah, but I'm talking about right on this side of the quillion here.
Yeah.
Right, that's where it would snap, because that's the weak point. Because this is not hardened steel. This is a bolt. Now, if I was going to look, if I go back and everything else, and I start looking at full tang, battle ready short sword or whatever, something else will come up. I don't know exactly what will come up, but I don't know until I look. And these are all different styles of the same thing. But that's, nothing fancy. They all look the same, just different. The same blades, just different. Oh, Amazon's got one.
That's I'm kind of both shocked and not shocked at the same time.
Well, here's those ones that we were looking at. They call it the Combat Commander Gladius. Gladiator sword. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'd rather have something that functions like it's supposed to over a one that looks pretty.
Give me a glaive or a spear, and I'm good to go.
Well, you already know what my preference for weaponry is. I'm a bow guy. But I don't think I'm going to be buying a battle-ready sword from Amazon. Okay, now Etsy, on the other hand, might be a little different because a lot of this stuff is handcrafted. Okay, this one here.
I'll take a halberd too, but not very proficient with those because of the weight distribution on those.
What about this one, Cliff?
Hold on, I'm like standard short sword.
Yeah, that's the style I like. The hilt.
Yeah.
I like that style. I like the sheath.
I'm fine with it as long as I can grip it tight enough, but it's not like the handle's so fat that I'm like having to overcompensate or have it too tight where my hand's like kind of like holding a straw.
Okay, see the guy's hand here? He's wrapping it. That should give you an average basics, but we don't know how big the guy is. But
he could have baby hands.
But he's gripping it almost all the way around, which means it's probably a decent sized grip.
Yeah, you want a good grip, but not
like
too
he's
loose
showing right there.
tight.
And it's 37 overall, 24-inch blade, 3.3 pounds. And this one here is $210. And it comes with a sheath. And it's just a replica, but still. I like the fact I would rather go into battle with something like that than the ones we were looking at. For multiple reasons, other than mostly because that right there, I would carry. It's the sword I would carry. Now, you would probably be using a glaive or something big and long, right?
Yeah, I can use a glaive. I can use a spear. I have fairly good proficiency with those. The only one that, like I said, the only ones that are weird for me is a halberd because you got a lot of weight at the end and it's all to one side.
Right. Or you could probably use a, what do they call it? What is it called? Nagiata?
Oh, a naginata?
Yeah.
I think
that's pretty similar. It's
really long spear.
No, this sword's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a sword spear.
Yeah. But that would be something more along the lines of your specialty rather than mine.
Yeah, I can work with. I mean, it's technically it's a pole arm. I could work with something like that.
By the way, I've already added this to my collection. It's one of my favorites, so I might buy that one down the road.
Yeah, I wouldn't have too much of an issue with them. The only issue I would probably have with a naginata, other than the fact that I mean it's long, would be
I did something stupid. I didn't realize I was doing something wrong.
Oh.
This right here, because you couldn't see what I was looking at. Okay, this is what I was looking at, guys.
It's a multi-purpose sword. Ooh.
Personally, spring steel is really good steel when it comes to swords.
Yeah, it gives it flex. It doesn't snap on you. 209 is not too bad, actually.
No, and the thing is, it's a really good design. You see the way he's holding it?
Yeah.
It's not too big, not too small, and it's full tang.
And leather wrapped.
Like I said, the wrap is a little bit more slicker than I would really use. I'd probably switch it out for a cord wrapped, something that would pull the sweat away from my hand.
You can use a leather wrap if you're smart enough to switch the leather around to the outside. Instead of the shiny side out, you put the shiny side in.
Right.
And then you have the rough outer texture. But the problem is with that is eventually you will wear off of that texturing through sweat and just physical abuse.
I would use some of a more of a natural cording.
Well, you can go with that, and if you do like a layered, like a single wrap of like sinew, that would give you more than enough grip to not have that thing just go wee.
Yeah, like it's got a 2.4 braid length width, and like I said, it's 3.3 pounds, and it looks. I mean, I like the looks. I like the construction. I've always just liked that style of blade. Always have. And it comes with a sword, the sheath and stuff. So this is why I was looking at what you guys. I'm sorry I didn't show you the first time because I didn't realize it opened up a new window. But yeah, like I said, this is the one I would probably buy for myself. I like that style. And it protects the hand from another sword. That's something that I like too.
To some extent.
Well, I mean, not so much a basket hilt would do, obviously, but it's the style that I'm comfortable with. Because as a shorter blade with a shorter blade but wider blade, I'm more apt with the way my arms are shaped. I have more control.
Oh, let's see if I can.
And you don't block it with the edge of the blade anyway. You block it with the side of the blade. And I'd rather have a thicker blade than a skinnier one any day.
Yeah, just dusty. Still fairly clean.
Now,
my sheath is shrinking.
people of the chat, what
If there's
style of
anybody even left.
sword would you rather carry? This is the one I would carry. Cliff will be showing his off probably. Cliff will probably show. Yeah.
This is my katana style, but again, this is a stage sword, so there's no edge to it. It's spring steel as well.
Don't give you
this. I can do some damage with a sword like this if this was a actual normal one.
But still, even with the flat edge, you can do some damage with it.
Oh, it's gonna hurt regardless.
You break bones, the whole 9 yards with that
This
thing.
is almost a
Jason,
three-hander from the. There's the end of the pommel right there, and that's a three-hander.
Oh, do me a favor, Cliff. When you put that up there like you had it, say it. Say the words. There could be only one.
There cannot be only one. I have inside me blood of kings.
You're princes of the universe.
No man could be my equal. It's funny, the whole time they say no man could be my equal, but they never said anything about women, and there was like the few instances where there were female immortals.
Yes, they were. And they actually had a separate series called The Raven that was based off of that.
Don't think I've watched it, but
it was not very good.
The nice thing about this one, Colin, is you can actually use this because this sheath is adjustable.
Oh, good. Because that's one thing I had trouble with long swords. Because my arms are short.
That's the belt thing, and you can just swap it to the other side.
Okay, I've seen those. They have those at fair a lot.
No,
How much did that one run you?
Put it on there upside down, but yeah, you can.
How much did that run you, though?
This one, I think I paid like $280.
That's not bad, actually.
For it originally. And I've got this on the right side draw, but the thing with bugs... Oh, I put it on backwards, damn it. Hold on. There we go. Oh, that's much better.
You cross draw yours.
I can cross draw. I can even back draw this one, but I don't have a back draw thing for it.
Yeah.
No, it's the fact that I don't like... Because when you grip the sword, you're not going to grip it from the top and pull out. Because you're gonna when you have it holstered, you're gonna turn it slightly anyway. So when you do your quick draw, you have your cross cut essentially.
Right.
So you have a set with the blade side up, and then when most samurais they'll do it, they kind of turn and push, and then that's how you get that cross draw,
Right.
or what they call a quick draw, which
Yeah.
basically slices you right across the midsection.
Right. Say hi to Cecilia. She just came in.
Hi, sissy. How's it going?
We're discussing swords and stuff.
Squads.
But like I said, that the one I was showing you, I saved that one. I saved this one because I really like that one. But that's
I would like to put all my swords out on my walls, but the problem is I have one wall way up there that I can't really access, so I don't want anything falling off of that. This wall's covered, and then the other two walls are concrete.
I've got two swords on my bow rack at the moment. I have another. Jenny's got her sword somewhere on the other side of the room right now.
I've got 3 on a display rack behind my TV.
I want to put one right here. Probably going to be my Strider sword right there. But between the Strider sword and my French longsword, I'd probably wear this longsword because it's shorter, and that blade is freaking quick when it draws.
Yeah,
And
I want to mount my claymore, but
I actually had somebody do something with that blade that scared the crap out of me. A bladesmith took it, pushed it up against a wood block, and bent it, and it sprung back straight.
Yeah, spring steel. That's the
good
advantage of spring steel.
It's a really good. He said it was a really good blade for what I got. I got it as I won it in a contest, and the fact is, that's the reason why I like it so much. I mean, the Strider sword is great for what it is, but if I had to choose between the sword itself or the dagger, I'd keep the dagger. Oh, let me show you. I'll go get it.
Yeah, no, I've seen it before, me personally, because you showed me, but
yeah, but the other people haven't.
You just need a shorter sword because the Strider sword is way too long for someone of your size to pull out. How you doing, Cecilia? Ugh. Yeah, because that's what Strider sword length. The Strider sword is, I think, like 42 inches. Jesus Christ. Why does this have to be in centimeters? Do I look like I live in the damn UK?
Okay. I will let you know that the Strider sword does have some damage to it.
It's only got a 35.5-inch draw length.
This thing here is damaged right there. This little part snapped off.
Yeah.
But if this was on my side, I could not draw this.
Yeah, because it's almost 3 feet.
Exactly. And it is official Lord of the Rings. Oh, I'm sorry, it's upside down.
I can still read it.
See if I can get it in there where you guys can actually read it. Here it is. This thing weighs about 5.5 pounds. This is a heavy blade. Now, am I strong enough to carry it and you wield it? Yes. But I want to? No, hell no. It's a full-on two-handed sword, as you can see. But
two-handed for specific reasons, but you can wield it one-handed.
Oh, yeah, I can't. I mean, I can hold it and everything. I'm strong enough. It's just the fact is, if I had it on my side, like it's supposed to,
he ain't getting it out.
Nope. Now, this is the reason. This thing here. This is also Lord of the Rings. official. This one came out right after the first movie. This thing is wicked sharp.
Yeah, watch him drop it and stab himself right in the leg.
There's no name for this blade in the movie. I
No,
nicknamed
it was just a random side part that he had on it. It was
Yeah.
just an extended dagger.
it's like right there. I call it slicer.
Stabby.
You can call it
He
stabber.
stabs a lot.
He used this one to eat with. He used this to do small tasks, but he never named the dagger. I call it slicer. And it just
Well, I
fits
mean,
right there.
he
It just
did
fits right
kind of
there.
cut an apple open with it in one of the episodes.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much all he did with it. He didn't do much with it, but it just sits in there like that. But the one I would carry is probably about 1.5 feet shorter, which is this one.
Yeah.
This is the one with spring steel. It's a hand and a half. It's not sharp, but it's full tang. And this one's fast. You see, I got some cordage on there. Just before I can hang it up on the wall. But this sheath is really cool. I like the sheath. And it's been battered, it's been bruised. But like I said, of the two swords, this is the one I would have to carry until I can finally get me a decent short sword. If you're wondering why I was running late today, Cecilia, I was actually going to I had to go pick up Ian up in Marshalltown. And Ian takes forever to get ready.
Yes,
I could call him we called him from Des Moines when we were heading out. I called him when I was halfway there. And I called him when I was coming up to his house. And he still wasn't dressed. He said, I gotta tie my boots. I gotta find my hat.
You had an hour and a half to do that.
Exactly. But I'm not sure how we got on swords, but I'm okay with that.
If Ian took that long to get ready with 3 phone calls, I can guarantee you right now he would be late to his own funeral.
Probably.
It would be over. It would be long over and done with, and he'd
The
be
Grim
like,
Reaper would have trouble finding him because he was late.
"Yeah." You might as well stick an air tag on him and just give that the coordinates or the access to that for the Reaper.
Reaper will probably hire him. But
Joking aside,
yeah, just joking aside, Ian's cool. It's just the fact is that he's never ready when he's supposed to be. But like I said,
are
those
you
are the
sure
swords.
his name is Ian and not Iana?
No. He's got 2 middle names. You do know that, right?
Well, we don't need to do the full names in here because then he'll come running out of his room and be like, "What did I do?"
I got a rapper name for him.
It's Vanilla Ice.
You're close though. I see Nick. It's his name, technically. And if like I said, it was close.
Oh, I'm over here sitting there trying to type on the freaking StreamYard thing. It doesn't work.
Now, swords in a survival situation. I don't know where Jenny's is at the moment. Oh, she's getting it. We get to see hers. She's actually has hers right behind her chair.
What the ship?
Look at this one, Cliff.
Ooh, that's an interesting one.
This is the Celtic sword. Let me see the style of the wood here. Check it.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's an interesting handle.
And there's the tip right there.
That's
There's the
what she
sheath.
said.
It's just a single dangle sheath. You can see it's where it's just stitched on there. But this right here, it's not a. It's a rat tail tang.
To be honest, I kind of prefer the danglers that start. You have the like one end at the top of the sheath, and then the other half of the other end of it is like sewn down like 3-4 inches.
Well, this one here, as you can see, it's a dangle, but it has a little strap that goes around it and holds it in place. With some cordage that I had actually put on there just to keep from hang it off the wall. The like the other one is more of a belt sheath, which I like because I can wear it on my down lower because we're going to get interfere with when I'm shooting my bow. That's why I wanted the short sword. They don't interfere when I'm shooting. I mean, like this one here is a regular belt sheath, as you can see. But it's also a really thick sheath as well. I mean, you could probably knock somebody out just with a sheath.
Yeah, mine's got that one that I just showed. That's got some weight to it.
Oh, this one's got, look at the battle scars on the sheath.
Wear and tear.
Yep, front and back. It looks like it's been well used and abused because it has. I actually was at an event where I had to go look for some arrows in the brush. I pulled that out and started chopping, weeds down with it. Thick briar. It was just cutting right through. But like I said, I would not do that with Strider sword because it's just too freaking big. I would wear it off a horse. Like I said, if I was riding a horse, I'd strap it to the side of the horse so I could just pull it that way because I would be able to because it would be hanging down way lower. But
You'd have to cross draw that if you did.
I would, but I would have it on my right side.
You're not side drawing that for even on a horse.
No, the thing is, since I'm too short, I can't. If I even wanted it on my side, it would still dangle and drag at the ground because it's how the length of it is. And my long sword is 1.5 foot shorter than that, which makes it a lot easier for me to use. Now, Jenny's sword, in conjunction to my sword, there's the length differences right there.
Only about 6 inches, maybe 7.
Let me see here. Let me get my sheath where it's supposed to be. Yeah, that's the difference. But my Strider sword's like way out here. Difference.
Yeah.
But they're all. I mean, they're all three real steel swords. Jenny's the only one I'm not really sure about because it might have a rat tail tang.
I'm almost positive hers has a rat tail on there because in the crescent she's got that little ball on the end. I'm almost positive that's threaded.
This one here is, but as you can see, it's well made.
That one's probably rat tang with a spacer.
Yeah, but it's well made. Only thing, like I said, only thing I'm not really a big fan of is this part right here, where it's wire wrapped. I would probably put actual cordage on this one to help you take the sweat away from your hand. I like
a little bit softer grip, honestly.
Yeah. And normally I keep it polished up, but I haven't really been doing anything with it. It's been sitting on my bow rack. I haven't had hung up or anything. But I would put my Strider sword over here. My short sword would probably be somewhere where I could actually grab. My regular sword would probably just where I could grab it. Jenny keeps her short sword right behind her chair. And I have bows within reach. At all times.
I'm good over here. I've got multiple stabbies, an axe that may or may not take me a few seconds to get out, but yeah, I've got my main guy sitting right there.
I got my skinny stabbies.
Yeah, I've taken mine off for the day because I'm tired of wearing them.
I have my bushcraft stabbies.
Yeah, I got mine sitting. 3 of mine sitting right next to me.
I have my choppy stabbies.
We
And
were
I got
the
Jenny's choppy stabbies.
I've got a choppy stabby, technically.
I got one of those too.
I'm gonna learn.
Mine is mine's left-handed scissors. Actually, same color too.
Mine are right-handed.
Now, see what else do I have in here?
I have never been a fan of left-handed scissors. They feel really weird.
Now, this one here is a full tang blade. And you tell I know? Look, Cliff, look at this.
Yeah, because of the.
You can see it.
Well, yeah, that and you have the rivets go all the way through. They don't do those on rat tails.
But I mean, it's not really thick.
That's what
This
she
is
said.
a 1960s trade knife. But that blade is razor sharp. And I would definitely carry this anywhere, but it needs a new sheath. Because my friend who made it for me forgot that I don't want a cross draw sheath for my blades.
For
I
that
want them on my
specific
left
one,
side.
I would do a scout carry.
This one here probably would be a good scout carry.
Yeah, that
But
would be
not-
good for scout
Not
carry.
this one. This is my skinning knife. This one's a Schrade, but I don't like things on my right hip because I don't like to have to reach over. But that one there is a really good blade, as you can see. Schrade, old timer.
Yeah, surprisingly, I'm good with left or right-handed sheaths. It doesn't bother me.
Well, I'm more of an because of how wide I am. It's hard for me to cross draw.
I don't cross draw short knives.
This one here, I would want a left-handed sheath for to wear on my right side, my left side. But I need a new sheath for this one. I've got one, but it's not a good one. But I've also, got all the other ones that I have. But I've got a lot of morals.
Or lesser.
Now, I don't know. I mean, I know that Cecilia has a couple katanas and swords. She's got them for defense. Nothing wrong with that. Because I've seen videos of guys being chased off with their owners having swords. Though I do have one story about a girl who was like literally 5'0", and she was in the SCA, which is a medieval reenactment group. Cliff knows who they are.
Yep.
She just came back from an event. She won a prize at the event given to her by the king and queen, and she set it on her side table when she went to bed. Somehow, some idiot decided to break into her house that night. She reached up, grabbed what she won, and basically almost killed the guy with it because she was gifted a mace, a battle mace, not a replica, but a real one.
Yeah, that would kind of sound suck.
But the thing is, she was fully justified of using it.
Self-defense.
Self-defense, because he broke into her house. And the fact is that she was an actual trained fighter. That's just one of those things.
Stage fighting, but yeah, to an extent.
They do full-on hits. They don't pull their punches.
They pull them to an extent. You're not doing full force like this is actual some like 1800s life.
She's wearing real armor, though. She wears real armor.
But they're still not taking. They're like 75% is usually what the power is, because a lot of the stuff, if you got these dudes, if they hit you full power, you're not getting back up. Armor
I actually
or not.
Somebody said, "Oh, try this armor on. Let me hit you on the side." They tapped me. A tap. Would they consider it a love tap?
Yeah.
Right here.
It hurts.
I cracked a rib. I could not shoot for the rest of the summer because of them.
That's why they don't. That's why I'm saying they don't. Those stage combats that you see on there when they do those.
This one's a rattan sword. They don't have the real steel. They had the rattan wrapped and everything else. All the weight, but no edges.
Yeah, and it still hurts getting smacked
Oh,
by
yeah.
it, even in
You
armor.
can break bones with it. Easy. I
I've seen
literally
the-
am a living example of that. And he wanted me to try to be a sword fighter because of my build. I'm sorry, folks. I'm an archer. I will stay that way. I get less hurt that way.
Yeah, a lot of them, if you notice that a lot of like the old a lot of some of the rapiers back in the day, the rapiers or like the fencing swords, really thin ones, there was a little ring
Little button,
between the hilt or the cross piece and the handle.
right?
That was for the finger. There was a design for these, and it's when you're going at it, you basically let go of the handle and you swing it. Essentially, like you're doing this.
Right.
So you get that you already got the swing for the motion, and then you just let go and you whip it, and it slaps that front end around. You get that last 3-4 inches. That's why a lot of these guys, they always like on the ass end. God damn, I can't even. Like down here, like under the butt cheek meat, they always had like plate steel or something that would take an impact. Because you do not want to get hit in the cheek meats with a sword going 45 miles an hour. It's gonna hurt.
Stabby McStabbers.
Yeah, he wants to know
Big
what
Mike.
Maybe
Big Mike just came in. Say hi to Big Mike.
I did when he came in.
Oh, I didn't.
I
know you were talking about Mike earlier when Hike with Mike came in. So you asked me which one is which. I didn't realize he came in.
Yeah, I said hi to Mike when he popped in. Because he was asking if we were talking, he popped in.
We are talking swords. Don't ask me how this topic popped in. It just sort of happened. I didn't have a topic.
Just thought of something to make both a sword practical and for decent use in a survival situation.
I know what it started off. It started off with that axe.
The sheath.
There you go.
And I think I wouldn't necessarily do it the snake wrap. I would probably do it that quick release like we did around the hiking poles.
Yeah.
That
would
way
probably work really well with this one here. That would probably work really well with this one due to the length and stuff for this one. Because you can see it's wire wrapped.
Yeah.
And while it does give me good grip, but the sweat.
Yeah, it's going to get slippery.
Now,
grass is not exactly known for grip when it's wet.
Nope. Now, I'm probably going to end up having to get something to hold my sword in place. As you saw, that just slid out. Which makes it really fast to draw. Not so
you
great
just glue a leather spacer inside the.
What I usually do is I wrap it. I get another cord and I wrap it around here and tie it. So I piece bond it basically. But this is just a piece of twine. What I usually do. So there's that. Now Jenny's has actually got the snap and hers is a dangle sheath. So that holds. And even the Strider sword doesn't even have anything holding it in. But that thing is so freaking heavy.
Yeah, it ain't sliding out. Mine my katana one that I showed earlier, that one actually used to sit in there tight.
Right.
But like I said, I've had that thing for so long, it's just, shrank.
Not loose.
Dried out. Yeah, it's loose.
But the thing is, that means it's fast too when you draw it.
Oh, I can draw it. Well, it's not a stiff sheath. It's not rigid.
Like mine is. Mine's rigid. But, literally, I'll show you. Okay.
I think that one's essentially mold cutted to the shape of a sword and then folded over and sewn.
Well, this one here, it's got the spacer in there.
Yours are 4 pieces.
3.
4.
Oh, you actually count that piece right there.
No, I don't count that piece.
Because
the spacer on the inside, well, technically the spacer is like one very long U.
Well, here you go. Here's a view of it.
Yeah, so you got technically 5 if you count
It could be
the
6 if you count 1, 2, as you can see. 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 is on this side.
no, actually I think the that spacer that's in there is one solid piece because I don't check the tip of the
Oh, and you can see it. This is right here. You can see it on the outside.
check the tip of the sheath. Is it round?
It's kind of, well, it's where I put it on the ground, but it's kind of messed up a little bit.
So
Yeah,
it's probably
one
just
piece.
one long piece that they rolled into there.
Yep, and they stitched it.
Yeah,
It's a machine stitch, mind you, but still stitch.
that's the only way you're not gonna do that by hand, not anymore.
It's thing is, this is a saddle stitch. You can see it.
Yeah, you can do that with a machine.
I can do that.
You can
I've
do it by
done
hand,
saddle
but
stitch.
you're gonna need something that's gonna punch through that much leather.
Oh, I have. You know what I use, which is really funny. I use a sharpened ice pick. You can get what they probably did, which I'm not sure if you realize, is that they make the holes first before they even put it together. They don't put it together then.
Yeah, they'll put the 2 pieces of leather together and they'll sandwich it in between clips and then they'll stamp it with a stamper with the either 3 or 4 prong and they'll whack that in there with a hammer and
then they pull it apart
pull
and
it
then they added the center part here.
Yep.
And the thing is, this thing here, well, it's a little floppy now, but it's stiff. I can't bend it this way.
Yeah, you still don't want to get slapped with that. That's a flat piece of leather and it's gonna hurt.
But discipline your kids.
I didn't hit him with a belt. I don't know what you're talking about.
I didn't use a belt.
Exactly. Whack. You're gonna hear that across the street.
And when you have the sword inside it, you got the heft to go along with it. But you got to make sure you actually secure your sheath to your sword. But any intruders see you swinging one of those things at them, they're going to run.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
If they don't, they will know why they should have run.
Yeah. Try getting whacked with a claymore. Those things were designed to dismount knights from horses from the ground.
I mean, Strider's sword could be used for that. Because technically it looks like, I mean, I'm not as tall as Viggo Mortensen anyway, but
could. Still. I think that one would be more designed to cut the horse's legs off.
Probably. But like I said, it's for me, because due to the length that it is, it would be more for something I could wear on the side of a horse and cross draw it than it would be for me trying to wear it and draw it that way.
Yeah, I think somebody of my size with my claymore, which is actually like, it's not a true claymore, it's a couple of inches too short. But somebody of my size, I could probably take a fully armored knight off of.
You could probably draw my sword better than I can.
Oh, I've got long arms, but
You're also taller than me by 4.5 inches, about 5 inches.
Yeah, I can take a knight off of a Clydesdale with my sword.
Right.
And Clydesdale is not exactly a small freaking horse.
Mm-mm.
It ain't like the standard, standard horses that we like, that they rode back in the day.
Percherons, you mean? Percherons are the battle horses.
Yeah. I mean, it's bigger than a horse, smaller than a Clydesdale. I think it was like a cross.
Clydesdale were technically work horses. They're harness horses, just like they're used for.
Yeah, you got basically a 10 HP horse.
Pretty much.
A horse with 10 horsepower versus a combat horse, which is probably 4 or 5 horsepower.
Thing is, they're about the same size. It's just one is made for endurance and one's made for strength and speed. And sometimes they do breed them together.
Well, that's why you always had the messengers always had some of the fastest horses in the kingdom.
Exactly.
They were
the precursors to the
Ferrari.
No. Pony Express.
Essentially, they would have been the Pony Express because that's the only thing. That's the only way anything's getting around out there.
Unless you know how long the Pony Express lasted? 6 months. Time. 6 months.
That's sad.
It is. Then the railroads pretty much took over with the jobs that they were doing. But 6 months is how long the Pony Express lasted. Yet the impact they made is enough that people still recognize the Pony Express. Now,
Yep.
that was like over 125 to 50 years ago, and they're still recognized as being some of the bravest riders you can see. Now, though, you could technically call, okay, from the movie The Postman, all the postal carriers were basically like Pony Express, technically.
Yeah. I would say they kind of like that now, but I mean, not really. They don't go by the original standards of come rain, snow, or sleet.
Mm-mm.
We'll deliver it with horse or feet. Actually, I have no idea. That just popped out. I don't know if that's the actual saying, but yeah, no, it's it was a come rain or shine or whatever. Any inclement weather, they would still
Rain,
deliver.
sleet, or blue, dark of night shall keep me from my appointed rounds.
Said dark of night. I'm like, great. Now it's gonna start quoting Batman. No, mailman.
Well, if you go by the comics, there is a bat horse owned by Damien. He has a whole menagerie of bat animals, including the bat cow.
I'm done. I quit.
You can't quit. Not Green Lantern. Green Arrow, yes, but not Green Lantern. But you're basically were quoting Green Lantern, though. Because I was watching I wasn't sure if it was an Instagram post or a TikTok post or even a YouTube short post. But Green Lantern was teaching what's his name? The Black Green Lantern. I can't remember his name.
Kid Flash.
No. Green Lantern.
Hal Jordan?
Not Hal Jordan, the other one.
The original one was Hal Jordan.
Give me a second.
Ryan Reynolds?
No. John Stewart. Well, who Green Arrow's partner is supposed to be? He was supposed to be a Green Lantern, but he turned it down from the Arrowverse because he actually was. His stepfather's last name was Stewart, so he actually is John Stewart. So he was like a Green Lantern, and the ring came to him at the end of the whole series, and he didn't accept it. According to the lore.
You have to.
Huh?
There's nothing saying you have to accept it.
Nope. It may choose you. Doesn't make you want to be a Green Lantern, though.
And the thing is, again, the rings choose the wearer.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't accept it, that ring is stuck because unless you die, it will not choose another host.
Nope.
So
another Green Lantern may use it, but it won't stay with it.
That ring can stay in limbo if you're just like, I'm not touching it.
Okay, if we're going to go on the Green Lantern lore,
we're not. I'm not. I don't want to go down.
There are so many. I was going to say, can you name the amount? Which characters in the DC universe have wore the Green Lantern ring?
A lot.
That weren't lanterns. Green Arrow was one of them. Batman was definitely one. He was every.
He technically stole the ring and just was like, just to prove that he could do it.
No, he like took it off and he was examining the ring. But in another issue of the comics, he actually wore the green, the yellow, the black, the white, the red. He wore every one of the spectrum. Could you imagine him with all the rings?
He would have stomped Thanos into the ground.
He pretty much. But like I said, I'll stick with the Green Arrow over anything else. But sword wise, technically, I will say a Green Arrow is better with a sword than Batman, but not Oliver Queen Green Arrow.
Yeah, it's only because he trained under some
assassin.
Seriously insane people.
Connor Hawk is the son of Green Arrow. His first son, his oldest. And while he is a really good archer, he's like number 3 in the world in martial arts. He was gifted a martial artist.
Batman.
He's better than Batman.
And yet nobody's actually managed to stop Batman. But then again, it's for legal reasons, but nobody stops Batman. But anyways, my friend, I am winding down. I am done. I am tired.
I was only on for a little, like 2.5 hours. I'm good.
I'm not. I am worn out.
I'm good for what little time I was on, because I was literally sitting in that truck for over 6 hours because I couldn't walk around. And I'm going to be, in the end, just to update, I'm going to be getting shots that I'm going to be helping me lose the weight. And they're now saying, due to my build, I may not have to lose as much weight as they think I do, because I'm more stocky than fat. But we're gonna have to wait and see on that one. So I want to say, be well, everybody. Thank you all for coming. I really appreciate it. Topic was really weird, but I'm okay with that. So be well, be safe. I love you all, and I'm out of here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Talk.
Go for it. Say something.
Cat, fish, goat.